And welcome on in, everybody. It's the Frogman here, King Pepe the Second, bringing you some more and the latest on Deanna's new costume. So before we head into it, take a look at her, right? And if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, and follow me on my socials down below in my description. Let's get it started. Okay, so pick up information for the new and voluptuous Deanna, Magical Innovator. Okay, so let's go take a look at her. Now, the dev notes, they do include others, like other news, but like since this is just about Deanna and looking at her new build, we're just gonna focus on that, okay? And obviously I'll put the link in the description below for the news and the latest, in case you want more information, right? Or you can just look at my other video, because that mostly covered a lot of it. But here she is, yet again, our lovely Deanna, finally her new costume, and yes, we see some booty there. Excellent shot, by the way. Okay, here we go. So, let's take a look at her. Now, this is actually my first time seeing Deanna's kit here, okay? Because I just woke up, and then I was like, let me see if they dropped her, just in case, like the latest, and she was dropped with the, in the dev notes. So, let's see. Okay, so Magical Innovator Deanna, she's a wind type, obviously. Skill effect. Okay, so plus 0 through 5 upgrades. I wonder why they worded it like this. Okay, so she's also a preemptive action. Use allied zone summon to create one magic amplifier. Okay. So the range is in the center. So it's going to be kind of like then, not kind of, but it's going to be very much like the summoning process of Bunny Morphia or Daydream Bunny Morphia then. Where she summons that one little android, that one bunny android on the field. Okay, so very front. Okay, so a plus 0. Okay, it looks like her range also is in the form of an X shape with the magic amplifier, which is the summons. It looks like, right? Oh, okay. I believe I see why. Then it's like this. Okay, then. Um. Okay, so this is when she summons it, right? And it costs 5 SP. And then the cooldown time is 15 turns. Oh, wow. So we're getting another 15 turn one. Interesting. Okay, so then this is the actual magic amplifier that she summons on the field. Okay, so I understand it. I understand it. Okay, so the range of the magic amplifier that she summons is in the shape of an X. Okay, so a plus 0 increases allies' property damage by 25% for 4 turns. This effect can stack up to 4 times. Okay. So at plus 0, SP cost is 1. Cooldown time is 1 turn. Okay. Plus 1, increase allies' property damage by 30% for 4 turns. Okay, so it goes up by 5%. Plus 2, it's 35%. Plus 3, 40, 45, 50. Okay, so it goes up in intervals of 5%, basically. Okay, then. Skill tree wise, SP cost goes down by 1 point each, it looks like. And then an additional stat, reduce the damage taken by 20% for 6 turns. Okay, so SP cost though? Oh, okay, it's for Deanna's cast. I was about to say, I'm like, I was about to say with the, her summonings was like negative SP. Okay, I understand it. Okay, so if you level up her skill tree, her SP cost goes down to 3 instead of 5. And additional stat reduces damage taken by 20% for 6 turns. Okay, so. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. So, what do you guys think? She obviously increases property damage, which is nice. So, that's like. With her adventure one, which I believe is off the top of my head, it's like 200 something percentage when you're at like plus 5 for her. Right? She has like she gives off like the most property damage to allies with her adventure Deanna. And then behind this one, she can add up to, depending on, I guess, how much you plus her, up to 50% more. So that's a lot more property damage. However, the thing is, it's a 15 turn cooldown time. So this one actually doesn't go down. right? So then I'm assuming that the magic amplifier just permanently stays on the field. Mind you guys, this is the first time that this is like summons that actually is a support, type, right? And then the support type, you can activate its ability every single turn, it looks like, as you can clearly see here. SP cost is 1, cooldown time is 1, throughout +0 through +5 here, right? So it looks like you'll never really run out of like property damage. Now, the only way, like only good way I could see like her summonings being really useful is the fact if you're going up against enemies that are like obviously the counter type to whatever element you have. That's really where Deanna shines. I know that her anti-dystopia creates a barrier, right? But depending on how much you plus her, you can activate it like every other turn. Because at +4, that's when her cooldown time for anti-dystopia is like 3 turns instead of 4, right? And her SP cost is like very low, so it's very nice to have when you're trying to like defend against hits that would normally like knock you the hell out, right? Okay, so but in this case with obviously her summons, you know, I can see it being helpful, but like I said, it's really only helpful with Deanna's case if you're going against enemies that are counter. So like basically, if you're going up against a water type, then you would have like wind elemental team, right? And then that's where like Deanna would show up and obviously amplify those attacks with her property damage. So there's like 2 ways that she can increase property damage a lot. Believe me, this is a big thing, right? So especially if you're going up against guild raid bosses or even fiend hunter bosses that also like if they have conditional skills or something or a skill that like increases your property damage in return, right? And they hit you. You know how it goes, right? When you fight fiend hunter bosses or guild raid bosses, they sometimes have this little like perk that you can get in return when they hit you, right? So like that would also be very helpful then, you know. So maybe we'll see something where the new fiend hunter bosses are going to be something like this, where you know I don't know, maybe they'll amplify some sort of like attack on the player or give it an amplification. I mean, some sort. Then like you could use Deanna's property damage or something. I'm just predicting what might happen with the new Fiend Hunter boss. But yeah, so all in all, it's not bad at all. Honestly, it's not bad at all. But like I said, she's really only used for going up against counter types for when it comes to property damage increasing. But not bad, honestly, not bad. Investment wise, let's see. I mean, in all honesty, Deanna's adventure gives a lot more property damage, right? But you have to have them on like those little squares for her to actually, give it to you. Like you have to have them on this like the tiles that she highlights once it's activated. Now, as for this one, you don't have to do that. It actually is just all around. Basically, like it covers the entire field. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Sorry, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's an X shaped. So this is actually going to be a very interesting case. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's an X shaped. So this is going to be a very interesting way of having this then. So because like if it was just like all around, like if it said all here, then honestly that would have been a lot easier for us to use it. But it's going to be an X shaped, right? So you're gonna have to have your allies in like a weird formation. So this is gonna be interesting to test play. But investment wise, then let's see. I mean, if you have a venture Deanna already, and you have her at +5, you know, then you should already be good, you know. But I mean, if you want the extra property damage, maybe just +1 her. I wouldn't really go too all out for her just because of the fact that her adventure one already has and already supplies you with a lot of property damage in general. You know what I mean? Like increase wise. Yeah, I wouldn't really go all out for her, all out for her. Like I love Deanna, don't get me wrong. I love her to death. I'm very happy that we got a new costume of her. But seeing as how it's in a very odd shape, like the range is an X, right? and placements with your allies on the field. You know what I mean? It might seem a little awkward in some way when placing them, especially if you're going up against enemies that have like, different ranges of attack and such. You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, it's gonna be a weird placement. And then the allies' property damage. Like I said, it's not bad to have extra from Deanna. It's just that her adventure one supplies you with so much more percentage, right? Especially if you have her at +5. So it's like not as much of a need to have her like leveled up all the way. In all honesty, I'm most likely just gonna like +1 her, okay, and I'll level up her skill tree. But that's really all I'll do, okay. Team wise, it's just basically counters on like who you're going up against. That's basically it. So if I run a fire team, right, I'm going up against wind. I'll obviously have Deanna with me, right, to amplify fire elemental attacks. So that's really about it. Her exclusive gear, really only supplies like more health percentage. So like technically you don't really need it, but that's totally up to you if you want to go for it or not. Okay. So if we look at the pickup schedule, I'll just say this really quickly before ending the video because there really isn't much to really talk to you about with this one because it's a very simple, straightforward, skill ability. You know what I mean? But let me read off the costume schedule just in case. So new Shrine Maiden, a Purification, Grenadier, and then the Queen of Glutis, Grenadier. Obviously, they're going to be ending on February. Well, it says before February 11th maintenance. And then the rerun of Onsen Manager Liberta. And then Onsen Swordfighter Blade. They are also going to be before February 11th maintenance. Okay, so you guys have until tomorrow. Right? And then Apostle Blade, however, she's going to be running until February 18th. And then new Magical Innovator Deanna is dropping after February 11th maintenance, and hers banner shall be ending before February 25th maintenance. And then the R rerunning Maid Name R Leatrice, so Maid Leatrice on February 19th through March 4th. Okay, guys? Their gears are the same as the schedule that I just read to you guys as well. And all of them are going to be added to the Powder of Hope shop, so do get ready for that. Okay? The Powder of Hope shop schedule is going to be Shrine Maiden and Purification Grenadier, Queen of Glutis Grenadier, Onsen Swordfighter Blade, Onsen Manager Liberta, Onsen Practitioner Vendana, and Sword Breaker Alex. So they're all going to be added to the Powder of Hope shop right after the February 11th maintenance. Okay? Mirror War shop costume sale. So Comeback Idol Grenadier, or Grunhilder, I mean. My god, not Grenadier. Comeback Idol Grunhilder, she'll be added to the Mirror War shop after the February 11th maintenance. And she'll run through an entire month. So I would say Comeback Idol Grunhilder, she is used still to this day in PvP because of her taunt ability and her insanely high energy guard, okay, that she supplies herself with it. And then the Golden Thread shop is going to be Medical Club Terese. Oh, that's nice. So, in case you guys don't have Medical Club Terese or want to plus her, she'll be available in the Golden Thread shop. And by the way, she is going to be getting a follow-up story to her fated guest story. So, in case you don't have her, right, and you want to unlock her, here's your chance to do it, okay? Because you really only need to have her. You don't have to plus her or anything like that. You just need to have her, okay? But yeah, so there you have it. There's the latest. I hope this little video was helpful in some way or form. And my explanation of the lovely Deanna did help you guys out decide. Now, as for Olivier, it sounds like Olivier, however, her idol one, by reading just a little bit of her description, sounds like she's a sub DPS unit. But we don't have the information yet. But if you go back in the dev notes and you read, like the previous dev notes, I should say, from the live stream, and you read a little bit about her below, it does sound like she is like a sub DPS. But that's the latest, guys. I'll catch you all in the next video. So good luck with your pulls. I would just recommend +1ing her, but that's totally up to you what you want to do with that. And I'll catch you all in the next Brown Us 2. Take care, guys.